As the Ombudsman of Kenya, efficient service delivery is core to our performance, while as a citizen, it is a right. I'm delighted that the courts will provide an avenue for swift resolution of disputes between parties involving small amounts of money, and it's a great step towards making justice accessible to the Meru residents regardless of their socio-economic status. Honorable Chief Justice, this is a momentous occasion paramount to enhancing access to justice and hence a historical step in our justice system. Honorable Chief Justice, we sit with you in the National Council of Administration of Justice, and I've seen the reforms that you've moved since you became the Chief Justice of Kenya. Just last week, Chief Justice, we were trying to look at the sentencing policy for us to be able to ensure that as the magistrates and the judges go into sentencing, then they're able to apply a guideline, which is just a guideline, but allows the magistrates and judges to still exercise their discretion. Honorable Chief Justice, one of the things that we partnered with the judiciary and the Office of the Ombudsman is on alternative dispute resolution. And when you came to office, Chief Justice, in our first meeting, one of the things we discussed was on how then we as the promoters of alternative dispute resolution adhere the judiciary as partners in looking at access to justice can then work together to ensure that we deliver service to their people. Honorable Chief Justice, we've been together in ensuring that we have the alternative justice system that you've been rolling out across the country and which you started in Kajiado. We really, Chief Justice, applaud you for this. And I'll just say this quote: "It is the long history of humankind and animalkind too, that those who are learned to collaborate and improvise most effectively have prevailed."
We know through acceleration case determination, this will be a game changer to our people, and the fruit of justice will be reaped faster and in time. I am aware that the Small Claims Court has moved justice closer to Mwananchi by addressing high cost of filing and defending suits. I am informed that through the Small Claims Court, one can file a claim and pay as low as below 1,000 as filing fees. I am aware that the court is also more friendly to be unrepresented litigants by relaxing most of the rules of procedure, which have been a big challenge to many who want to access justice. With the launch of the Small Claims Court, we will witness a notable shift in the midst of debt defaulters, since people will believe there is a safe avenue for claims, no matter how small it is. The rate of crime will also be curbed, as it will not be necessary for anyone to take the law in their hands in a bid to revenge for notorious debt defaulters. Questions. There are so many questions asked here, and maybe those who can understand what it means by having the Small Claims Court is a number of maybe like 12% in Meru County. Myself, as the governor of Meru, nimejua about Small Claims Court maybe 2 or 3 months ago. What about the Roko Mama, the Roko Jojo, the Roko Mzee, who is at Mutuati, who is at Kigene, who is at Onterere there? So it is my humble request to this institution. I keep telling my people in every meeting that I go that any good news, any business, any progress minus marketing, it is like winking to a beautiful girl in darkness. So with us we have good news. But now we are winking to a beautiful girl in darkness. I am not aware if the judiciary have a department for marketing like other institutions. If we have one for marketing, this is the high time now we translate this document and the questions in Kimeru and then push the advert to our local Kimeru stations so that the people will understand. There are a lot of questions here which are very and equally very important, how do I institute a claim at the small court? Even myself, I don't know. Hata mimi sijui. Do you pay any fee for commercial cases filed at the small? Hata mimi sijui. Do I need legal representation to prosecute my claims in a small? Hata mimi sijui. We expect the small claim court to spur growth of the economy as well. I am informed that over 70% of the cases filed within our courts are for value of $1 million and below. With the 60 days maximum period of determining disputes under this court, we shall witness reduction in backlog and delay in determination of cases.
Important it is to have this court because it is a means of expediting the cases that we have and to ease the way of doing business. If Mama Mboga is supplying goods, cereals or whatever she has, to somebody who owes her 100,000, that is enough for her to close the business, isn't it? But now with the small claims court, she can come here and file. She'll be assisted to file, and the case will be handled within 60 days. She will have a decision and a decree to go and attach that person. And we are attaching, including money in the M-Pesa, so that the debts can be paid. That are here, we will make good use of our small claims court by rating. As the governor was speaking, I was wondering whether I should go through Kakoromone Market and just put a loudspeaker and tell them about it, because this is the engine of our economy. The micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises, this is the engine of our economy, and therefore we must support it. I dare say, this is what I think, I don't know whether it's your government or our government, but that's our government policy now, the bottom-up approach, that for us to succeed, we have to look at the vulnerable. We have to empower them. We have to enable them resolve their disputes when they get them, and to be able to do business without fearing that they are going to lose their lifetime investment. So this small claims court is completely people-centric, and that is completely in line with the vision of the judiciary, that whatever we do, we must be asking, how is it impacting on the people? And that's what we do even here, that whenever we come to work, we are responsible, we are accountable, that we will continuously map out the hotspots. One of the biggest problems we have here is sexual gender-based violence. I cannot go away without mentioning that because I don't know where we have gone wrong. I've always known the Meru people to be very respectful of one another. Lakini shaitani ametuingia. And that's what they say even when they come to court. My friends are there, I know them. When they come to court, we ask them, now, what business did you have with a little girl, 5 years, 7 years? And they say, the defense is, shaitani aliniingia. So we are going to exercise. We are shaitani. We have mapped Meru as one of the hotspots of sexual and gender-based violence. We will be engaging with everybody, first of all, to inculcate the value of respect in our people. Let us respect ourselves and respect the other person. And let us know that justice cuts across. If I want justice and fairness for myself, I also want justice and fairness for the other person. So this reputation we have garnered, that we are people of Untemera, will have to come to an end. We are people of love. We are people of respect. We agreed with the judges that
we will start a registry, a High Court registry, both High Court registry and ELC registry, so that we start a judge circuiting in Maua. So Maua will also be a High Court station very, very soon. And all these pieces of land we have been given, you've heard we have one in Timau. I can't wait to come and launch the court in Timau. For the small claims court that you need more adjudicators, I'm also happy to announce here that the Judicial Service Commission already passed a resolution to recruit 60 more resident magistrates so that we can have more adjudicators. So by May, Honorable Maina will have a colleague. We will operationalize a small claims court in Kobo. We will also operationalize a small claims court in Maua. If we aim to do that by June, then we can talk of making some progress. But I also have a report on my desk that has mapped out Meru as one of the hotspots for sexual and gender-based violence. And the request is that we also start a specialized court here to deal with sexual and gender-based violence. So those are things I can see happening between now and June. This, we call it financial year.